Hey crafty friends, it's Lori. I am back with another project share and tutorial on one of those KS Craft dies that I just did the haul on from Amazon. This is the KS Craft Man's Wallet. So my twist on this is how I make a small embellishment book with it. So here's a sample. I just did a haul video a couple days ago, and I told you I was going to start playing with them, and I did. I whipped this up in no time and then thought I want to make another one, show you how I did this. So I used basic pieces from the die, but then I did a little add-on, so it's kind of with a twist. So this is a men's wallet die, and this is the base on it. This is what it would look like, but then I added these inside pages. So I did a Halloween theme because I'm super excited. My Halloween haul came in from scrapbook.com, and I got this. It's called Fabulous from Simple Stories. I think you can see it here. It's got just the littlest hint of pink to it. And it's got this incredible floral. So I got the collection, and then I got the 6x8 and some add-ons. I absolutely love this paper. This is the larger version from the 12x12 page, but I love this. So I had to play with it. So let me show you this first. It has a seam binding closure. You open it up. I added this piece, and I'm going to show you how I did that. Otherwise, this is, you know, the base of it. But what I knew I wanted was to be able to add a couple chunkier embellishments to it. So this allows me to do that. Just, you have to use a mix of flat and chunkier ones. These are just from Stash. Some, yeah, super simple dies. There's a little bag topper, and then again some flat pieces, and just using some pieces from that collection. And then you can just close this. So what I'm gonna do today is walk you through how I put one of these together along with the measurements. I decided to do a fall themed because, gosh, I'm just kind of jumping right from summer to Halloween. And I have some great fall stuff, so I thought I'd share that. So these are the die pieces, and what I am using is just these 3 pieces. So what this does is, this is your outside. So this piece. This is the layering piece, which, as you can see, is exact. It doesn't give you any kind of, it's not really layering, it's covering, right? It's edge to edge. And then this is your back. So that piece I use on the outside as well as the inside, and that does 2 things. One, it lets you customize, but it also makes it really sturdy. I just used a thin cardstock for the base, but then you're adding 2 more pieces over it, so that makes this really sturdy. For the inside, I'm going to give you the measurements to do this inside piece. As you can see, it fits inside the cover. And then, again, the measurements for these cover pages just to make these sturdy. And let me set that aside. So I'm going to use these 3. So I decided to use this Pink Fresh collection. It is called Good Times. I don't think I did a haul video the last time I ordered their grab bag. Twice a year they do a grab bag box. I can't recommend it enough. So I got, through the grab bag, the 12x12. I got the alphas, the puffy stickers, the journal bits, the wood accents, and then the chipboard frames. So I have enough, gosh, to do multiple projects here. So I pulled some pieces from this to make today's little embellishment book. So I just took a piece of, let me get this out of the way, I don't want to lose my pieces. I've already die cut these. Actually, I'm going to leave those out yet. So I just used a dark purple cardstock for my base. So this is the outside. It's the inside layering piece that I cut that will make my pages. And then I've already cut out these, which will go on the inside. And then for my front cover, I'm going to use this one, and actually this one. And then for my inside pages, I will cover them with these selections. So y'all don't want to see me die cut everything. And then on our outside spine, I'm going to use this piece. Yeah, you don't want to see me die cut and then stitch everything. So I did that in advance. I also didn't stitch these inside pieces. I could, but I don't need to. So you get this, which just already has the score lines. So I'm just going to fold that. This goes together so quick and is so stinking cute. So let's grab some glue and get started. So I will say when you cut these, they are directional. So this is the front. You know, pay attention to your paper. Actually, no, that's going to be the back. So that's right side up. And then that will be the front. So that is right side up. If you're using directional papers, make sure that you're paying attention there. Yeah, so it goes that way. All right, so let's get to gluing, because that's probably the lengthiest part of this project. I like wet glue, but you could probably use a glue gun if that's your jam, or you could certainly use score tape too. That would work great for this project. I like wet glue. It just feels like it's fastest to me. All right, and literally edge to edge on this, just making sure that that doesn't cover that score line. All right. So if I'm doing this off camera, I'm going to spend an extra minute or two to make sure those edges are super well adhered. Since we have stitching, I do, when I stitch, I try and go, you can kind of see here, I leave a little space at the edge, and that serves two purposes. One, if you stitch over the stitch perforations that come on some of these dies, it can tear the paper. But also, I want that edge so that I can get that adhered. It'll lay flatter, and it adheres easier. All right. So, what are you crafting with? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Are you still doing summer? Are you jumping into Halloween or Christmas? I know in July a lot of people do that. Are you moving into fall yet? I feel like I haven't done a ton of summer, to be honest. After taking a little break, I just recently started again, and man, for some reason I was just itching to do Halloween. But I love this. I love the colors on this. It says fall, but it kind of says like early fall to me. I think because of the pastels, it makes me think of, you know, the first few days of September where it's still hot during the day, but we're just starting to get those cool nights. I'm in PA, and that's the way it is here. There's a transition to fall. And I get so excited. Fall's absolutely my favorite season. All right, so there we go. Now, I wrote down the measurements, and I will link those below. So your next step is going to be to cut this. And I dropped it. So this piece is going to be 6 inches wide by 5 1/4 tall. And it's probably hard to see because it's dark, but that's gonna land the center, which I'm gonna fold at the score line. It's gonna land it right in the very middle. And this depth, you could go a little wider depending on what it is that you want to, okay, it's not folding that easy. Let's fold it this way first. Depending on what you want to hold, how chunky your embellishments are, there you can see. And then that is going to land kind of in the middle there. And I can adhere that down. So one thing I do want to do, sorry, I'm going to bump the camera here. I want to round my corners. Put the camera back in place. So I want to follow that, which is the 4 millimeter. We're going to round those corners so that it mimics that outside cover. Yeah, I've just been obsessing over embellishment books. I love participating in challenges, and I think that's such a cute way to send items. Okay, there we go. So before I do the inside pages, I am going to put my inside cover on. And then I'm not going to cover this spine because this is going to adhere right to it. So let me get this adhered first. And again, this goes right to the edge. Such a cute little project. So I've thought about maybe hosting a challenge myself. I've never done that. I feel like I need to make sure I'm going to have the time before I commit. But I think I'm getting close. I want to do something. Any thoughts on challenges? Tell me if you've participated. What are your favorite things to make for challenges? Like, I really like to make memdexes, so whenever I see a challenge with memdexes, I pay attention. But is it embellishments? Do you like when they're themed? I do. I feel like it challenges me and it'll get me, you know, kind of outside my comfort zone, which is part of why I love them so much. But tell me your thoughts. Like, what makes you want to participate in a challenge? Is it the prize? Is it the theme? Is it what you're making? Or none of the above? Okay, so now all we're going to do is we've got that, let me make sure it's super crisp. We've got that flat spine area, and we're just going to simply adhere that flat right into the center of the spine. So I eyeball it. I mean, you can certainly measure it out, but literally, I just eyeball it right in there. Okay, and like that, we've got a little book. So this inside is where I would put the chunkier stuff. And then I try and keep the flatter stuff on the outside, if you can see that. All right, so now all we need to do is cover these. And I'm going to link all the measurements below, but these inside panels, which you'll need 4 of, are just 2.5 wide by 5 inches tall. I probably should have put on the paper because these do have a gap. All right. Oh, and I wanted to round my corners. Is it too late, do you think? I always forget that. All right. Everything's going to stick inside now, isn't it? Gonna probably ruin my corner punch. But that look matters to me. All right, let's see if we can get this to adhere now. There we go. And I should have just done the outside. I shouldn't have done the inside too. Oh well. We'll do it right on. So I want my stripes on the outside, so I just need those inside corners. There, like that. All right. Isn't this just the prettiest collection? It's pastel, but it's still fall with the... Some of these you probably actually could use for Halloween too. Like, depending on your color palette, you could... Some of these you can get away with making a, like, pastel-Halloween. With these, right? I'm wondering when all the new holiday or Halloween collections are going to come out. Have you seen Paige Evans? I think that's the only one I've seen so far that I'm super excited about. There hasn't even been a ton of like sneak peeks. I just got this collection from scrapbook.com, and I bought a Facebook Marketplace collection. Like a D-stash. I've been scoring that. Well, how about that? My battery died. So I think I was just putting in the last couple pages. So I'm back and we're still in place, and here is our book, which is essentially done. So the one thing I didn't do that I could have done is, before I adhered this, I could have laid ribbon in. That's what I did on this one. So I laid it in underneath. Not a big deal. You can just wrap it right around. So for this cover, and I see we have just a little bit of warp, so I'm going to gently kind of bend that. There we go. There. This is from the Journal Bits. I thought that would look cute on the cover. I also thought it would be cute to put this at the bottom of it, just to give it a little texture. So my hot glue gun isn't heated up, but let's see if we can get this added. So I want to give that a clean edge. You know, and you can adorn, embellish as much as you want or don't want to. Alright, so that's gonna go right there. I'm gonna keep this really simple. So this could totally be a little album too. You know, maybe you're going out to the pumpkin patch and this is a little book just about that, or, you know, fall leaves or whatever. Whatever you're doing in the fall that you want to document in a small way. Be a cute little like gift album for grandma or aunt or something like that. I think I'm going to pop that up too. So let me grab my tape, my foam tape. We're going to prep that a while. And yeah, tell me about your thoughts on challenges. I mentioned it earlier. I am like seriously interested in that. I want to know what people think. It's the kind of thing on YouTube. We watch videos, but we don't really get into the details on people. And you get snippets as you watch somebody's video. You can kind of start to learn about somebody, but I wish there was, I don't know, like we would do Zoom meetups or something, because I've got questions on so many of the YouTubers that I watch. I'm curious about you. And, yeah, if anybody wants to do that, let me know. You know, or maybe just questions about growing your channel, or how do you do that, or what lights do you use. Yeah, if anybody wants to do some kind of, you know, maybe offline sort of Zoom connection, let me know, because I would be totally down for that. All right, this is, I got myself a little, I've got glue gun drama over here, I swear. So I got myself a new little corded glue gun. I think it's heated. Yep. I just find it works so much better than the cordless stuff. So frustrating. Except this one leaves a string, I feel like, every time I use it. All right. I think that's the front. So we're going to put that on. Oh, that's so cute. So cute. Yeah, and then this I'm going to have to wrap. It's my absolute favorite seam binding. I just got the, I get this off of Etsy. I'll have to tell you who. I bought, like, they're so pretty. It looks almost like candy, her packaging. But I bought an assortment, and there we go. And I am working my way through it. So maybe it's a little redundant there. I could have used something different. But let me show you this quick. And I just dumped it all over the floor. So it comes in this big bag. Anyway, there was like 12 different colors. This is from Scrap Cabin Shop. It's cutting off the... My Scrap Cabin Shop. I'll link it below. But I bought this package with, it's probably more than 12 colors. I just dropped probably 5 on the floor. And yeah, this color palette just seems to work for virtually everything I do. I may want to go back and get a little more of the brighter's oranges and greens. Just thinking about, you know, like, I use the pale peach here, but thinking about Halloween stuff and then Christmas stuff. But yeah, there's the little project. I hope this inspired you. I will list out, not link up, but list out all of the measurements. And I will link to this die in case that's something you want to grab and use yourself. And again, give me your thoughts on challenges. Leave a comment below. And yeah, just share. Let's chat. And if you've made a project with this, put a link in the comment. I'd love to come and see yours.